You only gotta serve it up. Voila! This bike has seen thousands of kids.
Wow.
It makes so many cool smoothies.
Amazing.
I bet they love that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Donut taste test.
Now we gotta serve you up.
Yes, serve it up.
I'm gonna strain it though.
Well, they can do
Nice.
Oh.
that is healthy.
How did you think of that?
Well, it was my parents' old exercise bike.
Yeah.
And my friend Robert went to the dump in Farmington and he found an old angle arm gearbox. The drill had already burnt out. And he welded it on to convert the pedal power to the spinning.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Amazing. I know. How creative.
Here we are just in the alleyway right next to Turtle Cafe. But what's amazing, once you start realizing how much food there is around us, you'll never go hungry. And things that look like just a weedy little something is actually food. So right here we have wild quinoa. And this is the lamb's quarter seeds. But these little guys are quinoa. And it's a wild variety of lamb's quarter that creates this very edible, high dense protein food. And you can cook it up like rice and make your steamed veggies with it or whatever. But these are the seeds. This is the time to gather seeds because they're all, the plants have died back, but the seeds are still very viable. Nice. And then right next to it, we have some amazing other plants.
Oh.
We have, of course, the wild dandelion.
Wow, that's a big one.
And even though you might say, oh, this doesn't look like much, it's totally still edible. And you're gonna get so much calcium from eating this plant and so much groundedness. You know, this plant is established here. It's a perennial, so it's getting more and more connected under the ground in the soil. All the microorganisms and its root systems are communicating in this very place. And then that gives all these minerals and enzymes and chlorophyll to my body. And so there's this communication happening of, wow, this plant knows how to survive. And it's got a wild seed that it's never been altered by humanity over thousands of years. And when we bring that into our bodies, it reminds us of our intuition, of our connection to place, of, oh yeah, we are also that. Yeah, and you could dig up the root and have a delicious feast. And these roots get really sweet in the wintertime. All the sugars accumulate and concentrate down in the roots.
So the root can be eaten raw?
Yeah, raw or cooked in soup.
Wow.
Or, yeah.
Over here must be a total, look at this.
Look at this.
Was there anything edible there?
Oh,
What is
yeah.
edible there?
Right over here.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Right here.
Get your spoons and forks out.
This is the best burrito. And so you take one of these leaves. Right here, thank you. I always say thank you to the plants, and a million times. And because, you know, whenever someone says thank you to you, like, oh, you did the dishes, or you did something nice for them, and someone notices and says thank you, how good that makes you feel, and how it makes you want to do it again. When you harvest a plant and you say thank you first, it just naturally, the plants say, I want to give to you. I want to give my medicine and food to you. But this is a wild hollyhock, or not so wild, but wild, because it probably just decided to grow here one day. But this is an edible food, and it makes a great burrito. So you can put your wild quinoa that you maybe cooked up with some veggies and dandelions, and you know, whatever else you got in the fridge, and then you wrap it up into a burrito.
Wow.
And you've got this amazing, delicious.
I love that.
Nice.
It's great.
And this is also a relative of mallow, which we'll see over here. And here we have, since these guys, they just trimmed their Siberian elm tree.
Oh my God.
And Siberian elm trees
Crispy.
are delicious chips.
Oh.
The way I do it is I harvest these and I marinate them in a yummy sauce and then dry them. And they are better than kale chips.
Oh my God.
Really good.
Really good.
That is amazing.
I know. Totally amazing.
Wow.
That is so.
Siberian elm.
These are like the weed trees, you know, they grow anywhere.
Yep.
But the entire tree is edible. The seeds, the flowers, the leaves.
These
the
are really
stem.
tasty.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's so cool.
Oh, thank
And
you.
right here we have a little wild violet. They're so good for the skin. For any sun damage, you can just chew it up and put it like as a little poultice, and it'll heal your skin. But you can also eat it too in your salad. And they're very sweet.
Poultice? Is you like pulverize it?
You chew it like this until it turns into a green goo,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and you
I
put it
always
wherever, like on a
sap, yeah.
cut or on a,
Okay. Wow.
and that soothes, softens, heals, brings circulation. prevents infection. Yeah.
Thank you.
Lily? What is it?
This one's violet.
Violet. That's it. Yeah.
It's wild violet.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
What a blessing.
I'm glad here we have little wild mallow. So this big guy is hollyhock, which we have the burrito.
Yeah, burritos.
But this is the wild mallow, and it's called Malva neglecta. Mallow is mellow and good for your skin. It's slimy and emulsifying. Chew the whole plant into a goo. It makes fabulous lotion and shampoo. So it's actually,
that.
we could dig up this entire mallow with the root and all, chop it up, throw it in the blender with some water, and it turns into this slime, this kind of slimy, mucilaginous. Then you strain that, and it makes the best lotion by just adding a little coconut oil, a little essential oil if you want, and or avocado.
Amazing.
And then you can also add yucca leaves, which are around the corner, or that lamb's quarter, the quinoa roots are really high in saponin, which is really soapy. So you add mallow to get the slime, then you add lamb's quarter roots to get the sudsy slime, and then you have shampoo.
Sudsy lime.
And it's a really good shampoo because anytime we put something on our head, if you get smarter after wild shampoos. It goes right into your brain.
Shampoo.
That's the way it should work, right?
Mhm.
Wow, that's amazing.
I think that's your next product line.
It doesn't keep.
Shampoo
You
for
have-
brains.
You have to put it in the fridge.
What is that? Was that what we had earlier?
This is a tree.
Okay.
This is a box elder tree.
Okay.
So,
Trying to grow.
but right next to it is this little guy called Fillery. Here, and it tastes like
Fillery.
carrots.
Oh wow.
And it's an edible little green.
Hmm.
Yummy.
Wow.
Sweet.
Oh wow, that's got a nice taste.
And I really love encouraging us all to go out and eat something wild every day. Just because we start to notice and become us ourselves, our greater selves, our earth selves.
And remember.
And remember, because when we are eating from packages, that's
I know.
what we
Disconnected.
think.
Yeah.
God.
And that kind of does weird things. But when we eat from the land, we become stewards. Like it just becomes us where
Yeah.
we don't know anything different.
Yeah. It's like we
Yeah.
download the knowledge
Mhm.
of how the plants have tended the land.
Yeah. And I love the wild grasses too. So, of course, you have to be mindful. You don't want any grass that's been sprayed.
Oh,
Right.
But like
Now
this,
this is mallow, right? This is mallow.
there's mallow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
And
learning.
here's some wild grasses, and all the wild grasses with their 8 amino acids as a survival food, it could save your ashes.
Yes. Wow.
And we're not cows, but we can chew it up and get all the chlorophyll, all the enzymes, all the minerals, and then if the pulp doesn't break down because it's too much cellulose, then
Yeah.
I spit it out.
Right, of course.
What was that grass called?
It's a wild grass.
It's a wild
Oh,
grass.
wild grass, yeah.
Wild grass will save your ass. Okay, well, now look at this. Oh my God.
Oh,
you got a piece
cozy.
here.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
There's the
hollyhock.
hollyhock.
Mm-hmm.
What about this? What
What's
about
that
this?
shape?
This is the hollyhock flower and
Okay.
seed.
Okay.
Yep.
And what about this in here?
Is that anything?
This is like a kashi, but I don't eat this one so much. Ooh, almost smells like wild tarragon, actually.
Wow.
I think it's wild tarragon.
Wow.
And we have a lot of poppy in here. These are kind of poppies, but I don't eat the poppies.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep.
Wow.
Wow,
I'm
it's
gonna
such a
show
wealth.
you.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you amaranth. Let's find an amaranth.
Amaranth.
Wild amaranth. Which is, and here's knotweed. Knotweed's amazing.
Knotweed?
Yeah. Knotweed's a wild buckwheat.
Oh, buckwheat.
You
Okay.
can see these tiny little seeds you can eat. But here is amaranth.
Oh, it's right there.
And amaranth is so cool because inside of these little things are these tiny black amaranth seeds.
Oh my God.
And these are more protein
Really?
than any. I mean, this is 80% of the southern hemisphere's protein. They would get 80% of their protein from from amaranth, like in the
Isn't that
Mayan
like an
and the
Aztec
Incan
thing?
and the Aztecs,
Aztec, yeah.
exactly. And there's so many different kinds of amaranth, but we harvest these and put them into our flax crackers and our granola, and it's like they're tiny, but in nature, things that are tiny are the ones that pack a punch. Like there's so much integral. I mean, that tiny thing can grow an entire plant.
It's
to
efficient.
produce thousands of seeds.
Wow.
So I eat these in my cereal. You can pop them like popcorn.
Oh, right.
In
Really?
a dry skillet. Really fun. Yeah.
And they get all kind of starchy when you pop them?
They turn into miniature popcorns.
Oh my gosh. That's
Neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
You didn't go far at all.
Didn't go far. And how many plants have we learned? There's probably
Like 7 or 8.
yeah.
Now, are any of the leaves on trees edible?
Well, there's the elm. We should go find an elm tree. Most of the elms have dropped their leaves, but the elms are super delicious.
Is this also called rabbit brush?
Rabbit rush.
Ah,
And this makes an amazing sun tea. When it's flowering,
really?
you put the flowers in water and then you drink it, and it helps you with allergies because there's a lot of pollen in
Let's
here.
get some people.
It's kind of a strong flavor. I love it, and then sometimes I don't love it.
Yeah.
Depends on
Yeah,
how. I don't know.
would.
Yeah.
Wow,
And-
thank you.
Didn't they also used to use it, maybe the Navajo used it to weave with?
And to dye.
And dye things, yeah.
Dye. It brings
So
amazing
you just like
yellow.
add some in the tea, huh? It helps with allergies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Take a little bit.
Nice.